been practicing it so much, but it looks like we're gonna have Void.
Void, interesting. Void is not a map I would have expected to see in this tournament. A lot of people don't like this map that much. I like to say that it has an interesting section where you're kind of forced to lose all your... Not the best, but I guess some people like it.
Yeah, there tends to be this, I believe it's this section that's a bit unpopular with some people, because there's the shortcut that basically allows the second place players
nice from Bensen.
to get back in.
Bensen using that bomb to not only knock HyperComplex back and mess up his little routing up top with the lever, but also to boost himself forward. Very powerful.
It looks like Bensen taking a route up top to get some boost before grappling down. Smart decision. It's these little things that add up in games like this.
Oh, Bensen intimidating HyperComplex with that box, and then Hyper turning around a little too early there. Very, perhaps a little bit nervous, but
Looks
also
like Bensen throwing out the taunt. Very confident that he's gonna win here, potentially. Also
so
waiting at the boost. Bit interesting.
This is a common strategy in ranked. I didn't really expect to see it here, but it kind of shows you the pitfalls of this map. This very clearly did like better route in that the door route that opens on the bottom. It has to be opened from the left. I don't know why that was.
Has the full boost there. I think he realized that he could just go for it right now without too much loss here. Decides to also wait for the boost. Grab
it's definitely. Yeah, it's that area can be deceptive because you can also just sometimes just going ahead real quick can actually be. You can just sometimes just get people off when they don't expect you to do. Taking that round, doing exactly as it said. He just rushes fast forward as possible. Really forced Bensen to not be able to catch up.
Yeah, so it looks like HyperComplex deciding to hold on to that bomb for next round, potentially. Although it looks like the game will be over before he can do that.
Hyper getting hit by a box, like directly in his face. Very little he could have done to avoid that.
Alright, so it should be Bensen's pick here. We'll have to see what he wants to play.
It was Bensen who won that one?
Yeah. Also, it looks like a bit of banter in the chat.
So I don't recall, but did HyperComplex picked all random workshop last? I think he did.
I believe he did. I don't know if we'll see that here again today. Oh, it looks like actually we'll have Theme Park.
Theme Park, I think this is the third time or maybe the fourth time we've seen it in the tournament.
Yeah, it tends to be a fairly popular map actually among players. Deceivingly so.
It's got some interesting strategy involved with the differences between taking the shortcut routes and going for the really convoluted shortcuts that are quite strong.
Yeah, like over here in this section, you've got like 3 different routes you can take. You can either go on the top, you can go down the middle, or you can go completely underneath.
Well, Bensen just
or even cheese there.
Dominance here. Not even like two wins before one lap is even completed, but on the HyperComplex. Very strong start.
Yeah, it looks like getting him with that camera in that last round as well. As well as carrying a good lead into this first section, so...
Yeah, he's just... It looks like HyperComplex is making a couple mistakes and Bensen is just overall not. And that's just ended up being a downfall for Hyper.
And he gets him with the classic camera play on this map. It's just very far ahead at that point. There's nothing
Another
Hyper could really do on that. Alright, it looks like we have Ocean Slide up next, which has
Ocean
changed
Slide.
a lot in the past few months.
I believe Ocean Slide is still the newest curated workshop. It was made by Plastic Bleach during the second ever random workshop competition, except for this time it wasn't for having a workshop map become official, but having a map be added to curated. And this was the one that got picked. It's definitely an interesting map. I think it's one of the more grapple heavy maps.
Yeah, especially on this bottom section here. Since there's a lot of routes that are actually blocked off by boxes on the bottom of the map, so if you're not grappling, you tend to hit into a lot of those.
Bensen opted to go back there to avoid that ice beam. Very smart.
Okay, so it looks like pretty normal plays here, except Bensen going on the top route. Actually hitting the wall, the strat that he was trying to go for was to try and cut through above that section, actually.
Yeah, very problematic hitting that wall. It just removes all of your speed. HyperComplex having a nice ice beam there really forced him to either hit the wall or just very precise maneuvering, which he just wasn't quite able to do. A lot of good item play coming out. Ooh, Cameron killed again.
Exactly, that's one of the most punishing parts of this map, I would say. And it is the reason why a lot of players like to, or prefer to actually go for this top section.
It's also interesting to see Bensen, who almost always go up and back there for some reason. I know that it can overall be faster, but as you saw there, it definitely ended up costing him a bit of the lead. But I guess just for comfort. Ooh.
Yeah, oh, and it looks like HyperComplex making a terrible mistake there. Could cost him the game, although it looks like still gonna cost him the game. As Bensen gets that camera again.
That was quite rough. He hit his face on a wall and he just barely managed to stay alive, but it wasn't quite enough to keep a long run after he made one more. Yeah, that's correct. It is 3-0.
Looks like a bit of confusion, but I believe it's still 3-0.
It is now Hyper's pick. Oh yeah, it is Bensen's pick. That's my bad.
Alright, so let's see what we have here. This could be the last map. It looks like Bensen has been doing rather well in these games versus HyperComplex.
Snowden.
Relatively new player.
Interesting map. Oh, okay. Hyper just, I think, missing his grapple there. Very important.
That's gotta hurt.
There you saw some interesting route diversity. You can actually take, like, I think there's like 6 routes you can do there. You can do like bottom to bottom, bottom to top, top to, like, which is only 3, but still, there's also like slight variations on those.
Yeah, including that one cut where you can basically just grapple straight down and around.
Bensen hitting his face on that flat ceiling there, I think. Just removing all of his vertical speed. What's the word? I don't know.
I believe in response to Excalibur on Twitch, HyperComplex is gold, Bensen is platinum.
Oh, not able to recover that, and he grappled a little too close to the ceiling.
Yeah, and actually seeing Bensen go for that that kind of less used strat, I would say, going on the bottom slope there.
That was,
which does work quite well. Ooh, and getting hit by that box. Actually,
opt to spam for that a good item there. He got drill, which I don't know if it was necessary, but it would have definitely kept him safe from that ice beam.
Yeah, I think it was a good play for safety. Just because Bensen could have easily come around with the ice, and I think that's what he was trying to do there. So definitely was very defensive. He was able to continue with full speed up that wall.
Some nice play coming out from HyperComplex here, showing that he really does deserve the spot. Not quite able to keep it up the whole tournament, it looks like. Very unfortunate. Maybe he's too nervous. Oh! Oh!
Oh no! Oh, but that rocket completely catching him off guard.
And with that, I think Bensen taking the first game. Or first match, rather, I should say.